Hey, what's up, guys? This is Kay from Lunarlight Games, and thanks for dropping back in. Hello, and welcome to our channel. If you're new, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Help us keep growing our channel. Anyway, we are back again with the final few sessions of Diablo 4. I can't say for sure this is going to be the last session because I don't know if I'll be able to finish the reputation board by the end of this session. But we'll have to see how things go. What's up, Mr. Critical? How are you doing this afternoon or morning? Anyway, let me go ahead and log in and get set up, and then we'll get rolling. And I'll fill you guys in on what we've been doing with Diablo 4 the last couple sessions. Cool. I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. Oh, wow. We're down to the final 48 hours. Less than 48 hours. Make sure you guys collect all your rewards before the season ends. Alright. We never bought the battle pass. So I don't know what's going to happen with this, whether they're going to unlock automatically with the start of next season, or if they're lost to time forever. You do, however, get to keep the free stuff. But I guess all this over here, the cosmetics, those will be lost to time forever. Oh well. Not a problem. Alright. Now, let's see. Well, there's the battle pass. How does it look on the season journey end? Well, I've tried my hardest and tried my best to do everything required of us, but I don't think we'll have enough time left to tackle the rest of these requirements. Masterworking gear to rank 8 takes a long time. Even longer if you have not been upgrading your glyphs and not powering up your character. This also depends on your roles as well, and the kind of dungeons you can complete. So unfortunately, we're probably not going to get the masterworking stuff done. I'm going to try my best to complete rank 18 for the Wolf's Honor. And unless you're able to defeat Uber Lilith again, that's a requirement. You might be able to farm up to like 6 more world bosses before the end. But these two right here, these two are the main limiting factors. Well, I guess if you count the Echo of Lilith, that's another limiting factor as well. These two are very difficult to defeat. They're level 200, I think. And in order to power yourself up to that point, you'll likely need to get all of your glyphs up to rank 21, in addition to masterworking all your gear, and hopefully getting all the right tempering affixes as well, which I have not done at all either. I don't even know if I got the complete affixes. I think there are still some more rewards that you can pick up. For example, if you go into your collections and look over your Codex of Power, over here you'll see that your tempering recipes are not set in stone. Yes, they can be powered up. And I don't know how exactly we're supposed to get even better ones, or if these are the only ones you can get up to. Feels like we've gotten legendary ones for nearly all of them. Yeah, I don't see how this is not. Oh wait, never mind. The other ones are for your other characters. For example, the necromancers, rogues, druids, barbs. Same thing goes for your aspects. You can power these up by destroying your leftovers, the rolls that you didn't want. So any legendaries that you don't want to keep, if they have any sort of aspect that can be powered up, when you destroy them in the smith with the blacksmith, you'll get a bit extra more power. Notice here that we've only done 3. There's lots to collect, and if you're someone who keeps playing non-stop, you'll likely get all these completed, but I didn't. So then, why exactly are we still here? Well, that's mainly due to this. We're gonna go fight that world boss in just a moment. This is why we're still playing, even though there's only a few more hours left in the season. I'm gonna try my best to get that mount trophy, even though I hardly ever ride the mount anyway. This game should have added capes or something. Something similar to like RuneScape, I mean anything at all. New pets, capes, or whatever. Instead of mount trophy? You mean to tell me a trophy for this horse that I hardly ever use? Well, anyway, that is the sole reason why we're still here. We have to get at least 9,000 more points in order to unlock this. And after that, I will consider Season 4 complete. Sadly, though, it takes several hours just to even complete it. You can get extra points by increasing the levels of the monsters that you'll be destroying, and that's through the Profane Mind Cage, but it still takes a long time. Oh, we got 2 days. I think we can handle this. It's currently the 4th. And, well, let's go find this world boss. Let's not worry about that. Where's the world boss? Here we go. Good morning, Marius. How are you doing on this Monday or Sunday?
I'm not ready yet.
We don't need to kill off any of these enemies. Let's make our way to the world boss. I will be very surprised if we can hit 5 more world bosses in the next 48 hours. Oh wait, hang on here. Went the wrong way. I see. Just winding back for the rest of the evening. Let's make our way over here. Wow. There are still lots of players still playing. Everybody's trying to get their stuff in before the season is completed. Oh well. We still got 2 minutes, so let's just chill out for a moment. I was planning on deleting this game after the season ended and then jumping on to Diablo 3, but I think I'll do something else instead. I'm going to try my best to complete Batman, and then we'll make some extra room on the hard drive or the storage drive, and then we'll download Diablo 3. I think we'll just go ahead and jump into Season 5, like, on... what's the date? Tuesday? Yeah. Tuesday morning or afternoon, we'll jump on and start Season 5. Thanks, Marius. I appreciate it. And I will. You have yourself a very good evening. Alright, 1 more minute. So yeah, we'll stick around for Season 5 on Tuesday, and if I'm feeling it, maybe we'll keep running the game. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to delete the game for now and focus on some other journeys that we've been working on but haven't had the chance to complete.
Greetings.
And outside of that, there are some new games I want to get to for the fall season as well.
Greetings.
Not exactly new releases. Right now, I simply just don't have the budget for any new games. Plus, with all the games in my backlog, I really want to get to those as well.
Look.
Alright, it's starting. This is not going to last long. And just like that. Oh, but wait. There's an extra enemy. And now we're done.
Thanks.
I'm impressed.
Let's get back to it. Here's what we're actually trying to do. Let's get back to doing what we were supposed to be doing. And that is running through the Helltide events. Do I not have enough room for these? No, I guess not. I need to get rid of some of these exquisite bloods. You know what? Never mind, this thing is not important. Unless we're specifically running some nightmare dungeons, I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's go clean up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and run through the Helltide events. I'm hoping to get that done with, I don't know, time to spare. It's probably not going to get done today. Last time we were trying to do it all, and it still took us the better portion of like 3 to 4 hours, after which I was completely wiped.
That's good salvage.
And it's so hard trying to get a perfect item this season compared to the last couple seasons have been very harsh. I have not seen a case where we have gotten... Actually, no, I take that back. We got like one perfect item, and that was just this. It has all the right affixes. Sadly, though, it has a crap ton of randomized stats. The affixes are correct, but none of them are at the most optimum range or optimum setting. Like, for example, if we look at our firebolt projectile, here we go. Firebolts. You have a maximum of getting at least 37.4%. But if you look over here, that is not set to 37. And what's even worse is that this right here has already been masterworked, meaning it's been improved. Even with the improvements, we have not hit the highest end that Firebolt can roll onto this thing. And even though we have 3 more Tempers still available, it's still risky. You can run the risk of getting something that you don't want. So you have like, what, a 20% chance of getting Firebolt? Those odds are not very good. Not to mention, you can still end up with a roll that's worse than our current roll. So instead of getting a number higher than 28, we can slide back and hit 27 again. That is fundamentally unfair. So while this thing might be perfect, as of this moment, we could theoretically make it worse. We have an 80% chance to make it worse. So that really stinks. But the above 3 rolls are perfectly fine. We actually wanted the extra intelligence, and we wanted the damage and damage percentage over time. Those are all well and great. Not to mention we imprinted the right thing onto this as well. But you know what the funny thing though is? We didn't even get the most optimized variant of our build. This build in general is optimized, but not especially if you're trying to go for the late endgame stuff. As if it can get even later than this. By the way, I should throw this on. Well, I hope you guys enjoy grinding, because that's what we're going to be doing for the next several hours. The best way I've seen so far in order to grind enough points is just to open up as many tormented chests as possible. And in order to do that, we just need to kill. That's all that matters. Kill, 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 and stay alive. The game's gonna want you to die, but we'll try our best to stay one step ahead. farming mobs, especially speed farming, this potion is by far the best. It's too bad though, it's seasonal. I wonder if it'll stick around in Season 5. You have to be extraordinarily careful of those traps. I think that's it. I wouldn't recommend doing these if you're trying to farm points. More likely than not, you're gonna get killed off using the Profane Mine Cage. So if you're looking for extra gear, it's worth it if you have a bunch of extra players trying to farm at the same time. Otherwise, I would steer clear of that. Well, what do you guys think? Can we get this all done in the next 2 hours or so? If not, we might have to wait until tomorrow. These little pylons are great for farming out points. But you gotta stay alive or, you know, that will happen. Sometimes you'll take a random death when you don't intend to. Not the biggest deal in the world. We have plenty of mine cages. That's also another thing about this build. It's very much a glass cannon. You need your flame shield up at all times in order for it to perform well. And since we haven't been doing everything that we need to power up our character, that's why it's still kind of weak. I never got my glyphs all the way up to rank 21. I think I only managed maybe one. And a couple of them haven't hit rank 15 yet. So in a lot of ways, we're actually underpowered for where we need to be. Again, I kind of blame that on the fact that everything got separated out in this season. Back in Season 4, if you wanted to have the best variation of your character, you needed to perform in the seasonal activities, which meant running through the vaults. And the vaults were combined activities with your Nightmare Dungeons. So even if you didn't want to do Nightmare Dungeon runs, you still had to do the vault runs in order to upgrade your little pets. So talking about killing two birds with one stone, that's what pushed me to get everything done for that season. I don't know whose idea was it to separate out all the activities, but once that became a factor, that split up my focus, and so we didn't have time to do everything. Seeing as how limited my time is already, not having the chance to get everything done in one place means
exceeds my funds.
we're gonna have to pick and choose our opportunities. At least with Season 4, it's changed equipment for the better, I think, if you want more variation. But it's come at the cost of actual story content, as well as gameplay streamlining. Personally, I think I enjoyed it better when the activities were combined into one. It saved me some time at least. But now if you want to do your nightmare dungeons, those are separate. If you want to do your reputation board, that's separate as well. If you also want to run the pits, those are separate as well. That makes it so that there's not a whole lot of time for you as a casual player. I mean, I try to play as much as the next person. But making it so that you have to dedicate more than 40 hours per season just to make any progress is a huge ask. There we go. 120 reputation points is awesome. But again, you would have to farm those at least, what, 20 times in order to hit the goal. Anyway, let's focus on this real quick. I apologize if you guys are colorblind. It's so hard to see. Yeah, it's incredibly hard to see the effects. Everything's all red. I mean, I'm not colorblind either. But everything tends to blur together. Especially when you're not paying attention. Oh hey, there's another requirement that we just finished. I can't believe we have not done everything required in Chapter 4 of the season journey. Get out of here, punks. Now where to? Down over here, I guess. Yeah, spring on the enemies. Oh crap. Those explosion traps are so hard to avoid. They tend to creep up on you when you're not paying attention. But then with all these effects on the ground, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. It doesn't help that everything's tinged with red. Maybe make it easier to see, like the green ones. So the toxic poison explosions tend to run more yellow than green. Making it just as hard to see. Alright, we can't go anywhere yet. Ah, crap. I hate it when there are multiple explosions and projectiles. Where's the next group? There's got to be another group. There we go. Let's hope we can survive against the champion. I don't want to be here when that thing explodes. Okay, so the champion, as soon as he spawns in, drop your flame shield, and he's good as dead. Let's go get our reward. Kinda wish there was a dedicated teleport feature when it comes to this Whispering Tree. Or at least, you know, maybe a button here that allows you to automatically fast travel over here. You have to return to this tree so many times.
I cannot do that here.
Now here's a major complaint from me regarding the new itemization system. Yellows from this point forward will only ever drop with 2 affixes. Normals or commons don't really drop with any affixes. And magics will only ever drop with 1 affix.
There's that.
Legendaries, however, get 3 affixes, in addition for the greater affixes as well. Now you see where my complaint is going now? I think previously, the only difference between the legendary and the rares before Season 4, these could drop with as many affixes as the legendaries. And the only difference was that it did not have a legendary power. In that sense, you could just stack a whole bunch of rares, and if they had the right rolls on the affixes, then you could just destroy one of these legendaries and then reinsert the power onto a rare. What Blizzard has done now is effectively removed rares from the equation. Unless you simply must have those 2 affixes, there's no reason ever to take a rare now. You could just get 2 rolls that you need on a legendary and use that one instead. Because it'll almost always be superior, even though it has 2 rolls and 1 bad one. Because you're going to get 1 more than you will ever get with a rare. That means, unless you're really hurting for a legendary, you can just destroy rares. Don't ever look at them. Now that also brings me to another issue with these legendaries. Legendaries with greater affixes They tend to be better, right? But they're also harder to get. Not to mention the greater effects can always be random. Sometimes they'll actually be a good one, sometimes they'll be bad ones. This one, however, is a great one with a terrible set of affixes. The same thing goes for our current focus as well. This is a bad relic with some pretty good greater affixes. And because I haven't really found anything matching what I really need, that's why we've been rolling this one. We don't even need the critical strike chance. But because nothing better has rolled for us, that's why we never replaced it. Now this one over here, this is a perfect item in every sense of the fact that we have all our affixes, but we just don't have the right numbers. Now take a look at this. Compare that to this. Unless we're getting an extra damage roll or damage over time roll, this is something that we never want. Not unless you don't have any other choice. So it means we're just going to destroy that one. And this one as well. Or you could sell it, but if you have a very good item and it's very hard to get duplicates of a good item, you'll almost always end up destroying it because I don't think anyone's going to want it. And if you do get the rare item that's the same as your old one, but worse, then I guess you could probably sell that. But what are the odds of that happening? Unless you're speed farming every single time. Oh, that brings me to another point. Even if you have a perfect item, right, like right over here, you could still screw it up with your tempering, because that's completely random as well. So as you see, you can get a greater effects item with a perfect intelligence roll, with a perfect damage percentage roll, and the perfect damage over time percentage roll. You take this, thinking, oh wow, got the best item ever, it's going to work wonders for my build. You take it over here, right, and pretend this helmet is that wand. Or, you know what?
The forge is always
How about we take... I don't know. Let's take this ring, for example. It's got the right intelligence roll. We're going to pretend it has the lucky hit. We're going to pretend it has a resource cost reduction, right? All three perfect rolls, right? Now you take it over here. And we were going for what? Pyromancy? You have a 20% chance of getting it to be the right roll.
Don't ruin
Oh, cool.
all that work.
It's got more pyromancy critical strike damage, right? But that's not what we really want. We want the pyromancy attack speed. So we'll just take it. And re-roll it. But notice though, we have 5 more re-rolls remaining. It's not unlimited. Fire damage, wrong one. Mastery damage, wrong one. And so on and so forth until you get the pyromancy attack speed. Notice, however, we didn't land on the most optimal number. is 10.5% versus 11%. That's cool. But even though we got that one right, we're not done yet. What are we going for on the ring? Okay, Inferno, cooldown. Thankfully, though, Inferno should be... Oh, I don't know. 25% chance? Deep Freeze, wrong one. We still have 2 more rolls to get this right. Unstable Currents. 1 more. This better be Inferno. Okay, we got lucky there. But it's the worst possible roll. How nice. And after all that, if at any point you screwed up during the rolling process, you cannot change it anymore if you have run out the number of re-rolls. So suddenly that perfect ring that you thought you had can suddenly become a disappointment because you didn't get the correct rolls, which we have gotten before. I think, hang on, I think one of our items actually had the wrong roll. Yeah, it's this one. This focus actually has a wrong roll. We don't want the critical strike damage. I think we're going for the same as this one, Pyromancy attack speed. Hang on, let me see if my build guide... I want to say that I'm correct there. Oh yeah, I was right. This item, even though it looks fantastic, has the wrong roll in as far as the chance for firebolt or pyromancy critical strike damage is concerned. So yeah, a great relic with 2 greater affixes, but yet we screwed up the tempering, and so this item will forever be imperfect. And there's not much we can do about that.
I can fix it.
At least as far as resetting your rerolls for your tempering, I have not found a fix for that yet. Unless someone is kind enough to point that out to me. I'll probably need to go back through the guides and see what they have to say. But as far as I'm aware, once you have exhausted all your rerolls, that is it. Huh. I thought this Helltide was over. Well, maybe it got extended. What I want to see in the future happen is that they remove the arbitrary limit on re-rolling your affixes. Because that can still help with getting the perfect roll. And because you're spending resources just to re-roll your stuff, I don't see why we can't just keep spending the resources instead of having a limited number of chances. Because then you can still potentially turn the bad item into a good item. But yeah, imagine that. You spent all that time trying to get the perfect item. You did get the perfect item. But because of RNG, it turns out to be bad again. And so now you're on a never-ending quest of trying to get that perfect item once more. It'd be like playing Pokemon, but instead of getting the right IVs, suddenly... Yeah, it's pretty much, instead of getting the right IVs, like, imagine if you were to, like, re-roll for a perfect stat, and the game would just say no after a number of times. And so you're back to the drawing board again. And as much as I like the casino effect, it makes for some frustrating moments. Alright. You only need a few more cinders and then... Oh wait, hang on. Let me take care of these enemies and then we'll plot our course. You gotta be careful when looking at the map. Enemies tend to spawn in whenever you're not looking. Alright, we have an hour to get some progress in. I hope we can do it. At the very least, let me get at least 5,000 points in. Normally when I'm doing these runs for more points, I'm throwing on music. That's why we have these no commentary runs. It's something to distract me from the boredom. But this is fine. We can use our last couple sessions to throw down more commentary. Just to give you guys an inner look at my mindset and the reasons for doing what we're doing. Can't stay too close. Now I gotta try not to lose any more cinders. We're at a point where we can unlock more chests. But it's very risky to try and kill more enemies. You gotta understand when to cash out. Again, Diablo IV is very much a casino. Everything costs money, and time and effort. And the right rolls very much never happen.
I'm not ready yet.
Gotta stay alive. There we go. Now, as to whether it's better to save our points for the higher end chests, I don't think it matters too much. I say cash in whenever you're ready. Be careful of the hot hand fallacy. Just because you're winning right now doesn't mean you'll always win in the future. If you're very close to one of those higher end chests, then why not? Save up if it makes you feel better. Otherwise, hightail it out of there and just cash in.
I need time.
Plus, we're going to be dealing with a champion anyway, and those fights can always be kind of risky. You're just as likely to die if you have that positioning. And these guys never stop reviving more enemies. There we go, bad positioning. You gotta stay alive for the next couple minutes, and I almost died there. Let's move away to a position where it's wide open. Gotta stay away from crowds and groups. Eliminate shields whenever possible. And just save up your shield, if possible. You're going down. There we go. We are done. Alright, next chest should be over here. Now, what you could do if you're very powerful, find one of those pylons that allow you to spawn enemies infinitely. And just try and stay alive. They'll always spawn in more and more enemies. Meaning you can get these reputation points done fairly quickly. Provided you can stay alive. Looks like I don't have enough points. There we go.
I need time to prepare.
By the way, the best shrine that we can pick up for our character is a channeling shrine.
I'm not ready yet.
And a close tie would be maybe the... What's the other one? The protection shrine. We can kill almost anything in the game except for those 100 and something odd enemies. The level 1 or something. Excuse me, the level 100 plus enemies. At 200, bosses like Andariel and Duriel become way too spongy in order to kill. And they always seem to one-shot us. It's never fun when the game that you've been playing turns into a bullet hell shooter. At least I don't think Diablo 4 is supposed to be bullet hell. But it can certainly be turned into one, if that's what your your cravings want you to play. This build could probably shoot even faster if we had that extra affix to increase our firebolt speed. Alright, that's another one done.
My burden is too great.
And let's head back to clean out our inventory. At the end game, you end up picking so many items up, but yet none of them will actually work.
The forge is ready for whatever you need. You can still use these.
Like I said, maybe if you're really in dire need, hold on to your rares, otherwise destroy them all. Oh hey, this is one that I need.
There's that.
That will funnily upgrade our hectic aspect. Okay, let me have a look at this one. We got the intelligence roll down. We have the cooldown reduction roll down. But we actually don't need that maximum life. Dang it. That's 2 out of 3. We want a damage percentage increase. Maybe I can make it work.
That looks worn. I can fix it.
Maybe if we can get lucky. Let me try and get the chance for more firebolts. That's fireball. And again, if you already have like one affix rolled down, it can spawn a duplicate. Firewall does not matter. Again, firewall. Oops,
How can I help?
wrong button there. There we go, firebolt. And after that we need pyromancy attack speed. Crit strike damage? No. This is probably the last one. Crap. Well, so much for that. Well, there you go. In practice, we have ruined this item. What would have been a very good item for us to use is now terrible. Let me see, is there any way to reset tempering? Or do you have to like masterwork this and then get more rolls? No? I guess not. Well, I guess not. There is no resetting. As far as I can tell, there's no resetting. So congrats. You have now bricked this item, meaning you need to destroy it. Unless you really want to roll with this, which we don't. Oh, so much for this one. What about this over here? Icy touch is not what we need. Nope.
I can break that down.
Amulets seem to be the worst for our character. I have not seen one where we have gotten the right rolls. Maybe one or two, but not all three.
I can break that down.
I'm just lucky I got the right roll for our two stats over here on this one. But I don't think the stun one is one that we wanted. As far as I can tell, I've never seen another pants piece that had the intelligence, maximum life, and armor roll.
There's that. Don't ruin all that work.
Anyway, back to it. I'm out of those other potions. Maybe I can make a new one later. I mean, as a casual player that doesn't really care about the specific drops and rolls, I mean, the system wouldn't affect you either way. What really boggles my mind is that they locked everything behind World Tier 4. And if you're playing long enough to get to World Tier 4, you're most likely not a casual player. I think most casual players would have stopped around level 50 or 60 or so. In that case, you would likely never benefit from the Masterworking or, yeah, basically the Masterworking system.
I'm not ready yet.
You might be able to get some utility out of the tempering system as a casual player because that's not restricted to World Tier 4. It makes me question why everything has to be locked off to World Tier 4. I mean, you spend so much time in World Tier 2 and 3. Why not give some people some rewards? Well, never mind, not World Tier 3. You only ever spend time in World Tier 3 if you're trying to get to World Tier 4. And the XP gains for World Tier 2 is just not enough. You're better off just running through the game on World Tier 1 until you get access to World Tier 3. And then immediately hopping off World Tier 3 once you get around to level 65. So considering all that, the game basically ends and begins at World Tier 1 and 4. Maybe they can open up Masterworking for World Tier 2. I like to see that happen. Because you can only get so far in the pit under the first tier of Masterworking. To get any further, you need to be a higher level. Plus, you need better gear. So why not give us a chance to do something with World Tier 2? I mean, with a tempering system, you could add some special effects that aren't normally available to you.
I need time to prepare.
Like, for example, being able to freeze enemies using our firebolts. Unless that was added through enchantments, you can't do that with your average build. I'm not going to go ahead and participate over here, so. Oh crap. I just want to head back to town. Never mind, I guess we're going to fight a champion. Let's try and stay away from the other group over there. They're just going to make our lives more miserable.
I need time to prepare that.
Now, regarding yesterday, I had planned to stream, but then I got caught up with some other stuff. Oh crap. Ah crap, how did I not see him? Like I said, sometimes the effects tend to blend together along with all the text, making it very hard to tell what you're fighting.
I need time to prepare.
Can I please... There we go. Well, I was trying to throw on the mine cage before it died. No, well, doesn't matter. It's dead anyway. That was a disappointment. Yeah, weird. You have a way to reset the Masterworking, but you don't have a way to reset the tempering. I think it takes too long to get to a point where you can masterwork your stuff beyond rank 8 for it to matter.
How can I help?
Another partial reason for why we haven't
I can
pushed any
wait
higher
now.
than what we already have. Let me throw that away. Don't need that.
Come back if you need the forge.
Unless there are some greater affixes. Sometimes I'm too lazy to sort through everything. We'll just destroy everything in that case.
I'm the only merchant with jewels like these.
Finally. We have now another perfect gem. Let's slot that in there and destroy our existing topaz. That'll bring us closer to getting another perfect one. It'll take some time. Now, about that new perfect hectic roll. Where is it? Here we go. This is now perfect. Previously it was imperfect with a 2.9, now increasing to 3 seconds overall. I wonder if there are any other perfect rolls that we can use. Moonrise. Where is Moonrise? Why am I not seeing it? Here we go, Moonrise. 80%, 80%, that's fine. Let me clear this one out. This one is adaptability. Adaptability 24%. Now 80%. That one's a huge increase. Let me go ahead and throw this one on.
What a superior product.
Concussive strikes. This one's not completed yet. 19 and 19, no difference there. Frosty Strides, I think, is already complete. $55, $55. This one I think is a useful one. Hang on. Audacity. Yeah, this one's already complete. Alright, we can improve that one. Ghost Walker should be, I think, nearly complete. No, not by any means. And I think that's all. Our uniques can't be switched around. Now let's look for some more chests around here. Let's go explore this side. Hopefully there are more chests on this end. Well, not really. There's one here.
I'm not ready yet.
That damage increase is looking pretty fine. It's not game-breaking, but it is noticeable. Oh, wait, hang on. I didn't throw on a mine cage. Now let's see if it's noticeable. I mean, it's slight. It's the difference between 2 to 3 seconds and 1 second. Not quite instantaneous. Oh well. Gotta remember to throw up our shield. More than anything, I am very much reminded of our first build. Oh crap. Gotta try not to die here. Why is this not breaking down? Oh, there we go. That didn't take a whole lot of time. Let's open up this thing over here.
I cannot afford that.
Or not. I wonder what character class we'll play for next season. I've yet to look at the build tiers. I just hope it's something unique. I mean, as much power as this build has currently, it doesn't feel the greatest to play. You have to be hyper aware of your shield. If it ever goes off, you need to find some way to restore it. Otherwise, you're going to go down in 1 or 2 hits. I am not joking. It's all too easy to die. Coming off of last season where we had a near invincible barbarian, the difference is striking. But then again, last season, all we had to do was just press X to win. And we had a hugely successful teleport ability. Well, it was more like a dash button. But you gotta admit, killing everything in one blow was so satisfying. Can we open up this chest? Yes, we can. I'm gonna make my way up over here. I mean, if you're powerful enough, you could abuse the Baneful Hearts. You'll have enemies spawning on top of you 24/7.
I'm not ready yet.
But again, if you don't have that kind of power, you gotta find some other way to make it work. And for us, that is just running everywhere. Running everywhere, farming every single thing. Being careful not to die in one hit. You know, I think that's another thing that Diablo and Blizzard in general have never been able to fix. There doesn't seem to be some sort of feasible way you can make it where so that your character actually feels like it's not a glass cannon. Usually what it comes down to is that you are either tanky beyond belief, or you just don't take any damage at all via the invincibility buttons, or you just die. You get tapped on the shoulder by, I don't know, a demon. You take one single projectile and it's all over. It very much is a bullet hell game. I don't know for sure you could ever solve this problem. I think if you went any one route, a lot of players would complain. Oh no, the game's too easy. Oh no, the game doesn't let you survive. And how to correct that is beyond me. I mean, in some respects, having the game play as a bullet hell is pretty fun. Sure, it's more frustrating, but allows for some more skillful play. Though that kind of narrows down your audience. And it goes counter to what you want in an RPG game. what's the point in having HP values if you're just gonna die in one hit? Are we gonna hit that bar yet? I mean, we're getting close to doing it.
I need time to prepare that.
And we need a refill on those cinders anyway. There we go. Thank you for barfing up all those enemies. The key to this build is not to move too much. You have to set up your firewall and then just hunker down. Because it's the only way you're going to get your shield back. You have to constantly keep throwing your spells out.
I need time to prepare that.
And that will reduce the cooldown. But you can't get too complacent because then there are the little environmental traps. There we go. There goes the champion. Let's do this quickly.
I'm not ready yet.
Why must you revive people? I swear. There goes the shield. And no, there's no one way, I mean, there's no real way for you to one-hit KO this thing. It's gonna constantly get revived by its minions. You just gotta stay alive. And then destroy even more minions. Alright, we have enough points. And then after this Helltide event, we're going to go ahead and have a look at our reputation. A debtor is going to spawn in, huh? Too bad. He came by to say hello and left. I mean, how fun was that?
The daughter of hatred demands blood.
Didn't she get the memo? Lilith has been dead for a while. We're gonna get this mastery. I guess so far that's what I've loved most about this season. It's churned our character into a bullet hell, I guess, spaceship character. If this is one way you've always wanted to play Diablo, your wish is granted. Sadly, in our case, this build is not like a room clear.
I need time to prepare that.
It's supposed to be a clearer of the pit, where you can just throw down a whole bunch of spells, get the burning effect, and run around while you're still alive and have your passive damage take care of the rest.
I'm not ready yet.
The real key here is just to throw down the passive damage and run far away. Don't bother with trying to kill someone when you've already taken down their actual health. If all they have is quote-unquote gray health, you can just run and leave the enemies off screen and they'll die automatically. For example, just like that. Throw this on him and run away. And run away. If you enjoy hit and run tactics, this build is for you. On console, I don't think you can aim your firewall. It lands on top of whatever enemy it auto-targets.
My burden is too great.
It's kind of unfortunate. If you could just target that firewall to just a few steps in front of you, you would have the ultimate defense and strategy. As it stands, the only thing you can do is just throw it out and pray that it lands next to you. I'm not gonna head back yet. I want to empty out my inventory, but that seems near impossible right now. Also, a huge nerf for next season regarding the flame shield. Cooldowns begin after the flame shield ends. Whereas currently, cooldowns begin as soon as flame shield activates.
I cannot carry more.
That's a huge nerf because now we can't rely on our flame shield any longer. Can we get to another one? It's gonna be all the way over there. I wonder if we can even make it. I can already see this build dropping from number 1.
That cannot be salvaged.
As for what's number 1 next season is anyone's guess. Don't need that one. None of these are very good. That's sad to see.
The forge is always hot.
On the plus side, we don't have to spend so much time back here. Okay. The enemies are back. Yeah, they're back, and they've come back with a vengeance. I honestly don't know how to play this build. Ideally, we're running with half health and making up the difference with our shield. That way we can use Frosty Strides. But as you know, it's dependent on your connection. If you don't have the smoothest of connections, you will die often. Because as I mentioned before, you need to stay at half health.
I'm not ready yet.
How are we supposed to succeed if we can only have half health? Well, if you have constant uptime on your flame shield, you don't have to worry about health. So yeah, we don't have constant uptime on our shield. Otherwise, this build would be absolutely unstoppable. Gotta make sure we don't stand there too often. Or too long. He has to run away. Oh no. Enemies everywhere. Explosions. Death. And excitement. The fun never ends. Ah, crap, come on. There's too much on the ground for me to see. And of course a random odd death that will just happen from nowhere. And so much for that. Almost had that. Well, that run ended in disappointment. It's something that you just have to accept and pick yourself back up from. Alright, now regarding our reputation board. Crap. We still have halfway to go. No new bosses. Let me go ahead and clean up and then reassess our position. Whenever there's some downtime, I like to use these opportunities to run through a couple pits.
Come back if you need work.
Not because I have to, but because we can stay on top of our upgrades here. What needs upgrading? Maybe this and this one over here. Anything that has 2 circles needs to be upgraded. Let's head over to Karagar and run through a couple pits. By the way, if you're interested in trophy hunting, check out... Yeah, check out Puzzle Drop Carnival. It is a very, very easy platinum and can be done in less than 20 minutes. Though probably your first time going through it will take you a little over 20 minutes. But if you have like a EU account, you can stack the trophies. Oh no. You're not going to survive. I really need my shield. How are they poisoning us before we even have a chance to see?
I need time to prepare that.
Gotta stay away from the groups. Also, pick up potions whenever possible. And just keep your shield active. The more often you can do that, the less you have to worry. Ordinarily, if I could keep my health to a certain level, I could use Frosty Strides and teleport everywhere and get rid of groups that way. But it's also really risky. Every time you try and teleport into a group, it's always a gamble. What is this? Stay away. I got me a nice stockpile of potions. Ah, crap. I don't even know what happened there. I think that guy was supposed to explode. And I was not supposed to be next to him.
I need time to prepare that.
How lovely. Also, I think there's a bug with the flame shield. It never seems to activate when I need it to, even though I press a button. Maybe there's some sort of delay, or because of the netcode it just isn't going through. Gotta stay away. Don't explode on top of me. Dang, that was quick. We went from being alive to suddenly being close to death. Just like that. Why are we always being poisoned? Alright. See right there. I pressed R2 and it didn't activate the flame shield. I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that we're throwing out fire bolts at the same time. Here we go, channeling. This shrine will keep our flame shield up 24/7. You basically get perfect uptime with the channeling shrine. Now you can combine that with your firewall to teleport straight into the thick of it. And we're already at the end. We just have to survive long enough for this to get wiped, and we can just run away. And that is it. The Helltides are back. Let me do another hour. If we can get it done in the next hour, that would be great.
There's a good one.
We're looking to do the amulet. Unfortunately, we need more materials after this.
Some solid bits here.
Lame.
My hammer
We'd have to do another one. Oh well. The next Helltide is going to be over here. Okay, let's have a look at the map. Looks like we're going to start our way off down here.
Don't run! Don't hide from the likes of hell!
And then we'll swing back up here for even more chests. Oh hey, we have a welcome party. That bear was too afraid to attack us. I guess the enemies here are kept at 113. If you can upgrade your glyphs and your equipment by Masterworking and tempering them, level 113 enemies are going to be a piece of cake. As you can see already. Here we go. This is what we want. We're just going to hang out in the circle and kill everything that we can find. Just try not to die in the process.
I need time to prepare.
Like that. I didn't even realize that that thing spawned on top of us. So let me kill that boss.
I'm not ready yet.
We're strong enough to go 1v1. Well, sorta. On the plus side, we took it down even in death. So take that, buddy. Anyway. Time to return to our previously scheduled content. Which is to go down here. Take that. And is that another pylon I see? No, not really. They can all die, however. Alright, that is it over there. We need more cinders. Where is everyone's cinders? There we go. That's enough. Thank you for that. I find those environmental hazards so obnoxious. I mean, I'd kill to have some other colors added in that don't blend in.
I need time to prepare that.
Maybe some blues, purples, yeah, the entire palette. I would love to have some purple flames, or even blue flames. Maybe red ice? Or orange ice. Something to break up the color palette so I can actually, like, see. When everything is samey and blends in together, that's when you're guaranteed to die because you can't see. I need more death. More death and destruction. Oh crap. You know, I wonder if that Marius character that we just saw earlier that died. Sorry, I wasn't reading the stuff on screen. I wonder if that's anyone you know. Anyway, this circle is probably the best one for farming kills.
I need time to prepare that.
All you have to do is just get enough potions. As long as we have enough potions and we don't, we can stay alive. Probably gonna have to leave. We're out of potions.
I need time to prepare that.
Alright, 3 potions is nice. But sadly it wasn't enough. Even if we died, I'm not too upset about that because we can still earn more points. And yes, there's another one. It's like the best free-for-all you could have imagined.
I need time to prepare that.
And you can really see the points pile up. Gotta make sure we keep throwing down this firewall. It's the only way we're gonna kill more than one enemy at a time. Oh no. Bombs everywhere.
I'm not ready yet.
Please let me stay alive. I don't think we're gonna survive. Crap. Yeah, let's run. I don't want to sacrifice my cinders there. You gotta know when to quit. I think I see another chest above us. Yeah, that's really weird. Flame Shield does not activate if you're casting Firebolt at the same time. Never mind. That's not a chest. I was reading that wrong. Let's go this way. So yeah, if the game tends to... If the game gets too busy, it might not read your inputs. Even if you're trying to activate Flame Shield at the same time as casting your Firebolts, it just won't work. I wonder if that was a bug or an intended feature. Anyway, enough of worrying about that. The forces of hell never seem to stay dead. There is always one more demon. Makes you wonder if there's ever any happy ending for the world of Diablo. I don't think there is. It's nothing but misery and suffering. But on the bright side, there's loot. I guess that could make anyone happy. Even if you have to deal with the forces of hell. I wonder if we're making any progress. I mean, we should be able to hit above 6,000. But I want more than just 6,000. I want to get this done and over with. We'll stay on as long as we have to today. And then maybe later we can get on Stardew Valley or something. It's also quite warm. I need a cold drink by the end of this. Okay. 8 waves? I feel like we should have done more than this. Perfect.
Bags are full.
Back to the garbage center we go. I feel like there should be an easier way to get rid of your trash after a while.
Better than starting from nothing.
Maybe bring in that one thing from Diablo 3. Oh, hey. An ancestral unique. This one's unique to the Sorcerer class too. I mean, it's cool and all. Sadly, though, it has no room in our build. Where the heck is the chest? Oh, there it is. I wish there was a way to remove some of the level restrictions so we could carry over some of our old items onto our new characters. I don't think that's possible.
What's left? I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
Even if you wanted to create a brand new character on the Eternal Realm and throw up a whole bunch of uniques, you still have to contend with the level requirement. I don't think it's like Diablo 3 where you can just take one item and remove the requirement entirely. That would be fun. I mean, who didn't want to run a level 1 character with a full suite of uniques? Now, regarding the expansion for Diablo 4, I don't think I'll be getting it. Not immediately. Unless something drastic changes.
I need time to prepare that.
And I would be incredibly disappointed if further seasons were loaned out to players who did not have the expansion. I think that would be a bad move. In case it does happen, though, it wouldn't be unexpected. There's always some sort of weird monetization policy when it comes to live service games. By the way, what did we pick up? Paingorger's Gauntlet. It has no place in our inventory.
I need time to...
Let me deal with the chest before we can do that other activity back there.
I need time to prepare that.
Oh no, you don't. Get out of here. So many shamans are constantly reviving enemies. Alright, Harbingers, summon your champion. Yeah, see, I hit the R2 button there and Flame Shield did not activate. It's always disappointing when you can't count on the button inputs. It's the difference between life and death. Yeah, can't even talk life and death. And is that the champion? There are too many of them to really count.
I'm not ready.
There it is. Crap. I mean, I had it too.
I need time to prepare that.
Come on. Random hits. Don't fail me now. I think we took care of the enemy. Don't you just love it when the game has nothing better to throw at you other than more BS? It's like, forget about your strategies, I'm just gonna do whatever. Put as many bullet effects on screen as possible until the point you just get overwhelmed.
You saved my life.
And who cares if you get one-shotted? Also, did I mention that you could actually get killed in the animation stage for your teleport? You're still vulnerable for a few frames. You have startup frames on your teleport. And during those startup frames, if you're KO'd, well, guess what? You'll die by the time you teleport. Now, as disappointing as that may be, that is obviously intended. You're supposed to be using your teleport strategically and not just spamming it. Which is cool, I guess. It doesn't make it feel any less unfair. But that I can deal with. It's the fact that our flame shield does not work correctly when we want it to. I like how with a flame wall, our single shot firebolt becomes an instant shotgun effect. So long as you're positioned correctly. It helps with dealing with enemies. Ah, crap, what the hell?
Ready yet.
Stop shooting. I don't appreciate how easy it is for you to fall out of the animation. Just get rid of the bar completely. That way I can just one hit, or I can just tag the chest and be on my way. Why do things in this game always have to be so inconvenient? It's like the design philosophy for Diablo 4 is to make everything extremely inconvenient. When it has no reason to be this inconvenient. Thank you, buddy. Also, another thing, if you have your main skill mapped to X, yeah, guess what? If there are items on the ground that can interfere. You know what? Why don't I switch that out? I've been putting this off for the longest time. Ah, crap. Maybe I should remap my buttons so that R1 can be my trigger button for the spells. Let's put that on R1. The only trouble now is that I have to use my middle finger to activate Flame Shield.
What is this?
Actually, you know what? Let me use Flame Shield on L2 instead. Ah, crap, hang on. Flame Shield, where are you? Here we go. Flame Shield, you can go on... You can go on L2. That way there's no ambiguity. There's no ambiguities when there's something on the ground. No ambiguities, no nothing like that. Because the last thing that you need is to activate X, and X doesn't come out. Feels kind of strange though, because I had all the muscle memory for X and not R1, but X and R2. Now I have to go to R1 and L2. But this is still fine. It's not like the biggest difference in the world. Thing is, we have to use
I'm not ready yet.
L2 and an L1 for our healing effects, or our sustainability effects. So yeah, in that sense it might be harder to deal with because you also have to recover with L1. But then you also have to keep up your health with L1 and not L2. I like to have one finger free so that we can switch out for other effects.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh no. Well, that was fun while it lasted. I don't think that's entirely working for me though. I've spent way too much time with the other setup. Oh well. Maybe next season I'll go ahead and build up the muscle memory for that. Now let's go ahead and get rid of our junk. We don't need this one.
What's still got some good in it?
Nothing extraordinary here.
What's left, you ask?
And the Flame Weaver is a must for any of our builds with the Sorcerer at this point. So I'm just gonna have to destroy all of these. Glass Cannon seems to never work on any of these amulets. Been waiting forever for one to spawn in.
Return soon.
By the way, can our jeweler finally make another topaz? Not yet.
Stars guide you.
I do have some extras here, though. I don't know why I have this one. This one as well. I need to break down some of these.
You lose a little mass to dust.
Is that so? That's her excuse for not being able to break these down perfectly? I mean, I can roll with that. Oh, wait. Sacreds. Why do I have sacreds left over?
Fairly well.
Yeah, I guess we're not using this any longer.
Better than starting from nothing.
This one was cool at one point. But we've gone beyond that now.
Use it well.
Back to the drawing board. Alright. Got a couple chests up here. And about 60 minutes left. Let's use those 16 minutes wisely. I wish there was a better way to remap some of these buttons.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Like the fact that we have 2 teleport buttons. Having 2 teleports is great, but not on 2 buttons. Maybe if there was one way to switch it to a long press. Or maybe some sort of accessibility feature where you can activate it using that sort of method. Because if at all possible, I would love to not have to use X. Or at least figure out some other confirmation button.
I'm not ready yet.
Come on, we gotta stay alive. I need potions. Where are our pots? You know what I haven't seen for a while? What happened to our lucky hit freezing ability? Oh crap. If I run out of pots, then we'll run away.
I need time to prepare it.
Oh, this is not helping.
I'm not ready yet.
Stay alive, please. Stay alive. Well. It lasted for as long as we could manage it. And do we need a potion? Yeah, I guess. We got about 10 more minutes before the end. I hope we made some sort of headway. Aw, come on. It's like a mosquito constantly biting at us. Cool. More staffs that we can never use. Yeah, the forces of hell will always grow angry. I mean, angry. Yeah, sometimes I can't enunciate for the life of me. It happens naturally over the course of trying to stream and speak for like 1 to 2 hours. Or 3 hours. Did we just get a barding? Oh hey! New cosmetics. I wasn't expecting that. That's cool.
I need time to prepare.
New cosmetics are always welcome, in my opinion. There's precious little of that already. Ah, come on. What is up with all the enemies here? Life drain. Perfect. Yeah, if only I could stay alive. Please stay alive. There are so many points available if we can stay alive.
I'm not ready yet.
But you can never quite know how things will turn out. Never mind, this is already done. I think we stepped out of the ring one too many times.
I'm not ready yet.
Ah, crap. Stay away, y'all. And as long as we don't hit that midpoint, we're free to leave. Got about 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes and so much to do. This is the only other chest I see, besides these two up here. Do we go north or south? Let's go north. On the odd chance that we can get another chest, we can always swing over to the next one over there. 3 chests. Perfect. I think because the way that this game is structured, it's supposed to be a live service game. That's why you're seeing more and more of the frustrating bits of the gameplay. The frustrating sections are meant to keep you engaged and to keep you playing the game. For example, having a level cap at 100 instead of, say, something like 70 as previously in Diablo 4 is to keep you from quitting the game early. And oh, what else? There's probably more to it than just that. Having the cosmetics locked behind a battle pass, that's another major one. Crap. And cooldowns are the worst.
I'm not ready
You know
yet.
what? Let's help her out.
Dark all around. Why did Mother go? I don't want to be alone.
And also having the number values arbitrarily high. I think that's a holdover from someone's, I don't know, free-to-play background. It honestly feels like this game should have been free-to-play. And the game wouldn't lose anything else besides, you know, profit.
I'm not ready yet.
I've never played Diablo Immortal, but I can already see some of the shades from that game. Arbitrarily high number values. Also, did you guys see that one nerf to the Smoldering Ashes for next season? Apparently, you could just level up. You could probably group up and level up to the right requirement for the Smoldering Ashes and then buy your way through and get the correct tier. And if you buy the correct tier while being at a high enough level to activate the Smoldering Ashes, you don't have to play nearly so much. You can move straight closer to the end game. I mean, it works for those who play often enough and want to buy the Battle Pass. Otherwise, I see no reason why they should move it further along the tiers, because now it's going to make it even harder to unlock for casual players.
My hammer sings on your return.
Oh hey, another one. We have a new mount. I wonder can we activate that one? I'll come back around to that. First, we just need to keep going. There's only so much time left. Two minutes. We can play for a solid 2 minutes. And crap, did I not repair my stuff? No, I didn't. I didn't repair my gear. Why didn't I do that? One of the legendaries that I used to use for Diablo 3 was the one that allowed us to bypass the repairs. It was worth its weight in gold.
I need time to prepare that.
Now I gotta waste time going back. No, well. I think this Helltide event is over for us.
My hammer sings on your return.
Got about a minute left, right? Yeah, just about a minute. Let me run quickly to the chest. Where the heck is the chest? Well, it was here. And now it's not. Bummer. All we're gonna do then is just spend the next couple seconds and clear out everything that we can. Let's go out with one last hurrah. Well, it was fun, but we gotta leave. In that last hour, how much progress did we make? Oh, you must be kidding me. We still have less than 2,500 left to go. That means we need to spend one more hour. Well, you know what? Let me grab some water first, and then we'll continue for one more hour in another Helltide event. And hopefully we'll get this done. So give me about a minute or so. Alright, thanks for the wait. How are we looking so far? Yeah. As predicted, the Helltide has begun again. Let's finish strong. We gotta get 2,500 points. $2,500 and... Oh hey, we got another one of these potions. Let's activate everything and head out. Where should we head out to, though? I want to see where all the tormented gifts are all at. By the way, did we just complete everything for Chapter 4? Yeah, we did. Which leaves only... That leaves only 2 more of these activities. And then 1 of these. Man, that really stinks. If we had maybe some more time, we could probably do everything in the Destroyer tier as well. Well, it's best not to... It's best not to think too deeply on that. I'm happy with whatever progress we get done. Alright, 2,500 points. This will be doable. We just gotta be patient and try not to get distracted. And before long, we'll have a shiny new mount trophy. Oh, that was weird. That camera transition... It felt like we had just stumbled upon some sort of camera glitch. Anyway, time to die, buddy. Gotta stay away from its bullets. Use our invulnerability. And goodbye. That thing is easy to kill when you have next to no reputation. And enemies aren't constantly spawning on top of you. Stay away. Oh well. There are these micro stutters. Those micro stutters tend to be because of the network. I just like rubber banding in games. Online games, anyway. It's a holdover from bad netcode. And shoddy connections as well. Why can't we have rollback netcode for this game? mean, it would make the gameplay experience a little bit better. It's probably just harder to implement. Especially when you account for so many players online all at once. Anyway, more blood. More tasty blood. I'm kidding about that last remark. I don't even like blood sausage. In general, I tend to not enjoy the taste of anything too irony or minerally. Let's swing back down here. Oh, hey! More topaz fragments. I've been told I have a bit of a sweet tooth. And while I don't mind bitter foods, it's not something I gravitate towards all the time. I mean, I can handle eating bitter melon just fine. Well, that was dumb. A random death. That's normally the only reason why you'd ever have a death in this game. Bad positioning like that. Bad positioning will get you killed every single time. I mean, if you really wanted to tough it out, you could probably go the Dark Souls route and become very underpowered and try to tackle everything with next to no equipment. I'm not saying it's impossible. It'll probably not be very fun. But I think it's certainly doable. Not ideal, but doable.
I cannot afford that.
At least in Dark Souls games, the good ones anyway, you can always bypass the fact that you have bad stats with good positioning. Over here in Diablo land, you'll need a combination of both. Good stats, good numbers, and good positioning. Please, can we not have another death like that? I just want to get my points up. Yeah, so what if hell is angry at
I
us?
need time to prepare that.
It's always angry. Why, did you think it was ever going to be happy? I think you've been in one too many abusive relationships if you think it's going to be happy. It's kind of like one of those abusive exes that you left behind. They're never going to be happy at your successes. There's no room to wait here. You gotta kill and move on. Kill and move on, that's the name of the game. I wonder if you get increased renown or reputation points if you're playing as part of a group. It'll make more enemies spawn in, that's for sure. And I guess in that sense it'll make the numbers grow faster. So many enemies. There goes wave 1. Oh no. Stay away, y'all. Now, what the hell is that? I don't think it was part of the menu. Oh boy. Everybody wants a piece of us. We're getting there. However slowly it is, we are getting there. That ought to be it, right? Not enough of this thing. Just gonna have to hope and pray. That should really be the motto of this game, hope and pray. Not necessarily due to the difficulty, but because of the RNG. You might think that would be closer associated with Dark Souls and the like. But I didn't really find those games to be truly difficult. More unfair. But in the moments where it's actually fair, it's a perfectly fine game. This isn't like, say, Call of Duty with its infinite spawn rates. Yeah, anyone remember that? Back when Call of Duty used to have infinite spawns in the main campaign? I don't miss those days.
burden is too great.
And we're full up. Where are the enemies? Shouldn't have asked. Alright, where's the champion? Alright, run away.
My bags are full.
I think that was perfect. Let's go to that blasted tree.
It is done.
Crap. I'll have to come back to this thing. Forgot I don't have any room.
I can break that down.
This game sorely needs that altar of rights, and the fact that you can upgrade your pet to the point where it can just pick up random gear for you and break it down.
I cannot do that here.
Give me all that. I'm usually not one for dumbing down the game. But I feel like in certain instances you could probably make the case for... Okay, let me recheck something. I stepped on my cable and unplugged my headset. Okay. That didn't seem to mess up anything. Okay.
Don't ruin all that. Looks worn.
I
can
apologize
fix
for
it.
that. I was adjusting my seat and stood up on my cable. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm not a fan of dumbing down gameplay issues, but in certain cases I think you could argue for streamlining certain aspects. Like, for example, if you needed to grind for materials, maybe reduce it to 1 or even 2 items to lessen the load. And I think that's one of the things Blizzard did for the next season. You need less materials in order to summon certain boss characters. That's great to see. And while I don't think they should scrap the Paragon board entirely, I want to see more Paragon points available in the future. Maybe don't increase the level cap, but increase the number of points you can earn per... Yeah, increase the number of points you can earn per level or per node. I understand there's going to be some feature creep and power creep as well. But if you're playing that long, why not give us a chance to complete the board? Especially on Eternal characters.
I'm not ready yet.
Give us an extra reason for continuing to play. Maybe give us unlimited points for Eternal characters so we can slot in all our points. And keep the general gameplay structure the same for non-seasonal characters. I mean, for seasonal characters. So I guess in that aspect you have to account for balancing issues. I don't think you're going to make everyone happy. But I don't think making everyone happy should be a design goal. Otherwise, you'll never continue to please your base. Harbingers, why do you have shields? I lost my mine cage. Potion's about to run out.
No, no, no!
Where's the debtor? Well, the only debt he owes is the death on his head. Oh well. Moving on. Perfect. Everyone goes down in one go. I need more cinders. And I also need to stop dying.
I'm not ready.
Oh hey, that guy's back. Maybe we can give those some of these enemies. Right, prepare to die.
I'm not ready yet.
There we go. See you later. That's what, 60 points? Worth it.
I need time to prepare that.
Now how come last season I don't remember this taking so long to do? I mean, the numbers couldn't have been that low, could it? Or did we just spend way too many hours playing Diablo 4? I like to think it wasn't that bad. Though my memory could always be failing. And perhaps it really was that bad.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh hey, buddy. We haven't seen one of those in a while.
I'm not ready yet.
Please let us stay alive long enough for us to deactivate this. We can't die yet. Come on, buddy, you have one job to do.
I need time to prepare.
Bell-type commander will go down in just a moment. Just gotta stay alive. Perfect. We have enough points. We're gonna swing back down. Yeah, great. More enemies to deal with. Last night, I was running through my old trophy profile and realized how many years it's been since we started collecting trophies. Of course, in the early years, I never cared much for it.
My burden is too great.
It was never a reason for me to play games. It was just the icing on the cake. If I was able to do it, then yeah, I would go for it. Otherwise, I was much more interested in just playing through the games, beating them, and then moving on to the next piece of content.
I cannot salvage that.
Slowly, that changed over time. To the point where, if we can, whenever possible, we'll take the time to earn every trophy and complete the platinum.
The forge is hot.
The only exception to that rule is whenever games have some sort of, I don't know, multiplayer trophy. I tend to shy away from multiplayer trophies because they take too long to do, and they're very RNG based. Unless you have someone to help you out. For example, I was trying the hardest time to get all the trophies for
That
Overwatch,
exceeds my funds.
and that just never came to pass because I thought eventually, just by playing the game, we'd be able to do it. Oh, I've never been more wrong about that. Getting the platinum in Overwatch will never be something we're able to do. Even though I did sink in a whole bunch of hours into that game. Multiplayer trophies are something we'll actively avoid in the future. Unless the game is that good.
I need time to prepare that.
It's not often, though. For example, Battlefield 1 was one of the few games I enjoyed immensely. And because I enjoy that game so much, it's one of the few where I went out and did every single thing for the platinum. Even the multiplayer trophies as well. Where's that shaman? He's doing too much. As long as we don't have to deal with you, we'll be fine. Oh no. More explosions and more enemies. I gotta hold on to my thing here. That'll be enough. He's dead. Yeah, note to self, just hold on to your shield. If it seems like they're about to spawn in, use the shield and go for the instant win. Man, I have so many baneful hearts, and I'm just not using them. It would be nice if there was a reason for us to use them.
I need time to prepare that.
Back away, y'all.
Light, show me mercy!
Well, thank you for the treasure. We shall use it. Ah, crap. That was a goblin there that just disappeared on us. $20. Not much longer now. Well, I hope we can do this. I don't know if having help is any better because all these bombs.
I'm not ready yet.
Gotta stay alive, come on. Well, so much for that. It was close though. I only had one more second to wait. And I keep forgetting to throw this on.
I cannot carry more.
That's another enemy down. We're slowly approaching the 3-hour mark. Or have we gone over it already? Never mind, we've gone over the 3-hour mark, which tracks with our last session. I think the last time we were here, we did go over 3 hours just to get our final, or not to get our final rank, but to get our next rank up. Do I have enough of this? Almost. We're almost there. By the way. Oh, wait a minute. I think we're done. Yeah, we've leveled up. Let me go ahead and help out over here, and then we're gonna swing down to the encampment and pick up our rewards.
I need time to prepare that.
Nah, come on. Every single time. If you're slow to teleport out of the way, you'll take a death. Which makes me wonder how someone's supposed to play this on hardcore. So much for that. It's almost down. Man, is it hard to see. Farewell to you. Alright, let's be on our way. I think we've played long enough for this session. And this season. That's it. We have completed everything there is to do with the Iron Wolves. Let's claim this.
You saved many lives today. Rest now.
No longer do we have to do the Helltide events anymore. That's lovely. 666 everywhere. This is the loyalty of the wolves. It's a new flag we can place on our horse. Man. We have the reclaimed medallion of the Iron Wolves. Too bad. It's terrible. All of this is going straight into the trash. Now, having done everything that we needed to in the Helltides, what is there really left for us to do? Of course, there's still the season journey that we have not yet completed. It's hard to say that you should really complete this. Considering that the only real reward is a couple titles. These items won't even carry over. Not if you're playing another seasonal character next season. I mean, I guess if you care about the eternal characters, you can carry this over. And we still need to do 3 more objectives in order to clear out the season. I mean, maybe, just maybe, we can masterwork some gear up to rank 8. And if we get lucky on some world bosses, like for example, there's going to be another one spawning in about 17 minutes. I might try to do that off stream though. On stream, I don't think we have anything left to prove. So for sure, I could probably do these 2 in the next 48 hours. But as to the last one, oh no, buddy. A level 200 Duriel or Andariel is very hard to defeat. Your next bet would be to defeat the Echo of Lilith. I don't know how easy she's gonna be. Maybe she got tuned down. Let's go have a look over. I have not come back to fight Uber Lilith since last season. Probably nothing about her has changed. Not the attack cycles, none of that. She'll probably still one-shot us. Also, what's this over here? Never mind. It's just that one side quest. I'm guessing this is still going to be a 2-cycle boss fight. How unfortunate for us. Yeah, we're not even going to have enough power to defeat her. This build struggles immensely with Lilith. It doesn't have the same sort of striking power. Well, then it's a good thing we got everything done in Season 3. Otherwise, we would still be struggling to get that platinum done. Okay then. After having tested those fights, Season 4 for us is going to be incomplete. I don't see any way that we can get rid of Lilith or the tormented echoes of these other primevals. These two can probably be done in the next couple hours, but I think I'm through with Season 4. It's time to move on to Season 5. By the way, let me check out my horse. That's going to be our final act for Season 4. Now, where is that mount trophy? This is what we worked so hard all season long just to get. I mean, cool, right? Well, not really. I thought I picked up a new horse. It's this one, right? This is probably the best looking horse that we have. Next to this one. This one looks too bloody to ride. And of course this one is interesting to see as well. Oh well. That is going to be all for Season 4. Drop back in next time for Season 5. Well, if you guys are currently watching this on YouTube, please like the video. It will help us out very much. Leave a comment or question down below. Let me know what you guys think of Season 4. Personally, I don't think it's the best season. It's better than Season 1. I don't really know much about Season 2 to rank it above or below that one. Certainly not better than Season 3. So the 4 seasons, this would be somewhere around 2nd or 3rd place. I preferred Season 3. But do let me know where your ranking is. Don't forget to share this video and subscribe to our channel. If you're over on Twitter, follow us at twitter.com/LunarlightGames. Over there you'll find deals, discounts, as well as news stories about the gaming world, as well as the odd giveaway we run from time to time. Check out the pinned post for more information or hit up our hashtag LunarlightVault. If you'd like to support our channel financially, you can do so by dropping a donation over at paypal.me/LunarlightGames. The link will be posted down below later. But if not, you can still continue to support our channel just by watching our content, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to see the entire playthrough of Season 4, hit up our playlist. Follow us at twitch.tv/LunarlightGames, and don't forget to hit the notification bell across all of our platforms to get updates as soon as they're made available, or to catch whenever we go live. That will be all for Season 4. Whenever Season 5 drops, we will start that up. For now, take care, and we'll see you guys again in the next session. We will see you guys again later.